So I'm just going to hit record right now. I'm sorry you guys missed that. That was like one of the funniest things. Shouting for flowers.
No, shouting for flowers.
When I meant scouting for girls.
Yeah, well, so what we were doing, right, so this is our end of year show for the Shrewsbury Biscuit. We're all together, me, Shane, Julie.
Hello, I am still alive. I do still exist.
You do, you've just been a busy...
I've been a really busy boy.
I think it's been more the case that we've been booking shows in during the week while you've been at work.
Been at work, yeah. Thanks for that, guys.
Well, what we did is we opened... I nearly swore then. No, we opened up Biscuit Studios in the Parade, and me and Julie just intensely recorded for like 2 weeks solid. We were in the studio. We had the town crier in. We had lots of people from the Parade in. We had so many people. Stan Sedman. We were just recording non-stop. And then what happened was we ran out of people to speak to because we filled up our month. So I had this backlog of shows to do, and then we did Chris Shirk here at my house. So we haven't actually been in the studio for like 3 weeks. So I had to message him and be like, "Oh yeah, guys, we're still using it. It's just we start again in January." So
yeah, we just put our stuff back in there, and I'll get a jug and some glasses next time.
Yeah, well, we've cleared things up now. I think we can talk quite freely about what happened. Was they asked for business rates and we're not a business, and we kind of panicked a bit, and I was kind of like, yeah.
But then Julie to the rescue.
Absolutely, Julie to the rescue. Because
she wrote a strongly worded letter.
I was going down the strongly worded letter route, and Julie was very polite, so that's what won.
I just dealt with him on the phone and had a chat. He was a very nice man from the council.
Yes, he was nice. He was nice, and I was very defensive. I was like, "You what? You want what of me?" Yeah, and Julie was like, "All right, I'll deal with this.
Hold my pint. I'll sort this."
So thank you to to Shropshire Council for being understanding and knowing that we're not business. We're here to promote the town and do what we can to let people know kind of what this town's about. And we're doing a good job. From what I hear, the feedback, people are really enjoying what we're doing. So,
well, social media is booming.
Absolutely, it really is.
Yeah, it is, isn't it, actually?
I've had a week off like last week. We did all that recording, and I just went flat, completely flat. And I was like, I hurt my back putting the Christmas tree up and stuff. I was really bad. I had to have a night off work, and then when I did go back to work, I was still hobbling around because they needed me. There was nobody else to do my job. So I was like, I have to get by. So I took a week off. So I wasn't really doing a lot on Facebook. I wasn't really doing a lot of recording or anything like that. So yeah, it was nice to have that kind of time. Yeah,
but sometimes a break like that doesn't hurt anyway. Like even like just with the show, because then you can come back with loads of fresh new stuff. You know, you come back sort of alive and ready to go again.
Absolutely, and that's what keeps the show fresh. It's really important, especially for you, Shane. It's nice that you kind of like it's almost a special occasion now, isn't it? Yeah.
What do you mean? What, when I come on the show? Yeah. I'm like a special guest. I'm honoured.
Well, on Thorskin, we used to call him sometimes Shane because he was like now and again.
Every now and again. It's quite funny though, because on the group chat, it's just like, oh yeah, I think we should get this person on an interview and stuff. And it's, oh yeah, let's do it on like Tuesday at like 10 o'clock. I'm like, cool. That's a mint idea.
At night.
Have fun. See you later. Let's just minimise that chat for a bit.
We're actually doing something really cool with Thorskin. Next weekend we're doing an end of year quiz. So the way that show works is there's like 6 of us. We're all part of like a clan, like a family. We're all together. That's what the show was all about. It was me, Tom, and a group of people that are on the show now and again. Whether that was Garrett, Shane, Moose Cooper.
Moose kind of took my place. Like Moose kind of got promoted from being like just a dedicated kind of fan, I suppose. Yeah. To basically when I got sort of moved over into the Biscuit, we were like, we need another person to stand in every now and then. And I was just like, What about Moose?
I know a guy.
So I messaged Moose, and he was like, "Yes, absolutely." And he's doing all right.
He's chaos.
Is he a Brit or
Yeah, he's a Brit. He's from Shrewsbury.
He lives in Whitchurch.
okay.
He's in Whitchurch.
He lives in Whitchurch, so he's from Shrewsbury.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And he's got this really, really great voice when he's on. He sounds almost Yorkshire-like, but he's not. He's just the way he talks. He's got this
He's got a very full voice, isn't he?
Yeah, he really has electric blue hair. But yes, we're doing like this. We're doing a game show basically next weekend. It's going to be really fun. So just a bit like I stole the idea from Big Fat Quiz of the Year, exactly like that, you know. So that's what we're going to do.
Is that the panel one where you've got them in pairs?
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Well, put it this way: me and Moose have been talking.
Oh, really? Have you?
Outside of the group chat.
I bet you have, yeah. Because I'm going to have Moose and Shane here, and we're going to do it here. It's going to be chaos.
And we're in a team.
Oh.
Because Al's quizmaster, so it's just me and Moose are in a team. So we have a plan.
Is that why you was asking for someone to do quizzes?
That's exactly why I was asking for someone to do quizzes.
I've got it now.
I put the concept to Tom, who's in Vermont, that we should do. I said to him, "We'll ant and deck it." And he's like, what's an ant and deck?
We're like, oh, God.
So I was like...
If you're listening, Tom, don't worry.
So we're going to do it. And the Americans can't get over the concept that two people can do a game show. I was like, well, of course they can. Like, you know...
Hold my point.
They make game shows, don't they, those two?
It's gonna be chaos. But for
There's going to be far too many people for a podcast, but it's going to be amazing.
Well, this is what I said. Originally, it was just going to be a giant podcast. That was it. That was what I was going to do. I was like, now we need to format it in a way that people can actually like talk and stuff. So that's the way we're going to do it. But for the biscuit, I wanted to just get you guys here just to recap over the year. Really,
We haven't got to do a quiz, have we?
No, we're not going to do a quiz.
No, it's not quiz.
What is the name of the band we spoke to at the flower show? Julie. Shouting for flowers.
Shouting for flowers. At the Shrewsbury Scout show.
Oh, God. Well, 2019 was the year that things really kicked off for us because, you know, we started off with the Darwin Festival in February. You know, I was plodding along and doing my normal thing, but that was kind of when things really blew up for us. And we're going to have to do that again in February. And it's going to be new for you guys. It's going to be busy. There's going to be lots to do, but it's going to be a lot of fun because the Darwin Festival is an intellectual festival. It goes on for 2 or 3 weeks. There's going to be lectures. There's going to be these things called sidebars, which is basically, we had someone talking about pharmaceuticals, like, you know, like in a scientific level in a bar. So people set their drink in whilst they're listening to lectures by some of the biggest scientists in the world. It's really fun. And so I didn't think I would get on with it, but once you've had a couple of pints, you're like, oh, that's just really interesting. You find yourself getting into it. The more you drink, you're kind of like, wow. You know?
It's like those conversations you have when you're with your mates on a house party and you're the only two left awake. And you end up having the best conversations ever.
That don't actually make any sense, but it doesn't matter. Yeah.
Oh, by the way, before we get into this properly, I need to give a shout out to our sponsor of the month as well, which is Fox and Hounds. The show is sponsored by Fox and Hounds this month. It's dog walking and pet visiting service.
Which is very, very new, which actually, from what I can see on social media, is absolutely booming.
I know, I can't believe it either. And I've already got my clients wanting to do lots of days next year, and
You're booked up already.
Yeah.
You know.
But I've also got Darren's now confirmed he wants me working at the gym bar regularly every Wednesday. So, but that's good because I still got 4 days to do what I need to do. So, yes, please. I'm saying yes, please, because a big box of biscuits have just
I completely
arrived.
forgot about this. Yeah, I wanted it to be quite special today. By the way, yeah, I've given you guys presents. You can open them now if you like.
Okay.
Julie, you can go first.
This is a joke.
Ladies first and all that.
Thank you.
I'm a gentleman sometimes. Just don't tell everybody.
This is a joke. It's a joke.
Oh my God, that's really cool. Right, for those of you that can't see it, I'll talk you through it. I have a weekly planner. And it's with pictures of dogs on it and a to-do list. This is perfect. This is perfect. I should be using this because I need this.
Thanks, Dad.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
It's nothing funny. It's like it's
useful.
This is the boss buying you guys presents.
If this isn't a diary, is it?
And he's already pre-written.
I bet it is.
He's pre-written dates in it. You need to be here on this date, here on that date. Oh, that's really... Is it a diary? Is it?
It's a diary. Okay, so this is a joke in between the show because amongst us, because Shane's timekeeping is
It's shocking.
the worst. And I'll be like,
This is your idea, wasn't it? So Kaz Al's wife is just stood behind him laughing.
well, my wife works with Shane, so she's fully aware.
And to be fair, Kaz has been genuinely the reason why I've been able to come to some of the the podcast, because I'll be at work and she'll just turn around to me at work and be like, "You recording tonight?" I'm like, "Yeah, absolutely." And I go back into my office, furiously text my missus going, "I'm recording tonight. I completely forgot." Thanks, man.
And have you pre-filled any of the dates?
No, but it was a good idea. We should have. I literally was at Dobby's just, and I was like, "Oh, this is going to be a good idea." Just to.
That's brilliant.
That's really good.
Oh,
Yeah,
we
so-
haven't got you anything.
No. You don't. You guys give me a gift.
Actually, no, I can use some rocks. Disguised as M&Ms.
You can have a biscuit.
We'll have a biscuit. The idea of that was just to say thank you guys, not just for like the show, but putting up with me as well, because I can be a bit flippant sometimes and be like, I can stress a bit, and
Really? You hit it well.
Just gonna have a chocolate finger.
This isn't just a biscuit thing; it's a Thorskin thing as well, So I'm just messing around with these knobs.
These microphones are really sensitive, aren't they? So I'm moving away so you can't hear me crunching.
Yeah. Just thank you guys for everything, and for the future as well, because we've got lots coming up. I mean, everybody wants to come on the biscuit. January, I think we've got about 6 or 7 shows planned already for January, and this was the idea I came up with.
Full shows.
Yeah.
Wow.
This was the idea that we're not going to do 4 shows a month anymore. We're going to do them as and when we get them. So minimum of 4 shows per month. But yeah, back to the Darwin Festival. So that was the idea. The first time I started creating content, more or less on a daily basis. Really, I was going shooting off to watch a lecture, and I'd put my task cam, record the lecture. I'd ask permission, and I would release that lecture so people could listen to it. We had someone talk about climate change and what's it called? Greenhouse gases.
You were listening.
All these biscuits have gone to my head. We had a really, really interesting lady who was Darwin's great granddaughter, great granddaughter, and she was talking about the FARC in Colombia.
The what?
The FARC, they're a rebel faction of the government in Colombia, and they've been at war for like 75 years. This civil war, and it's just come to an end. And she was talking about how the peace treaty went, and kind of how important it was, and lessons we can learn off it, which was really good because I had that streaming live in Colombia, and people were watching that on Facebook Live via the Shrewsbury Biscuit page. I released that, and that did really well as well. So we were in Shrewsbury hitting an international scale. That was like 3 months after we'd launched. So that opportunity was just like, oh wow, we need to do more of this. So that's why I like the show being diverse.
Yeah,
we can cover anything. Like we talk about science, so we're going to get on with that. That starts again on the 7th of February. I have a spreadsheet of all the events, the days are taking part. So I need to look at this, and we're gonna go and speak to people, give them a chance to preview their what they're doing, their event. We're going to turn up at some events, take the H6 now, and we can literally boss it. Really, people will be able to record their lectures on a really high quality. So yeah, that's that. We also did the flower show as well, didn't we?
Yes, that was good.
It was the Friday and the Saturday. I thought I'd go down on the Friday.
Wait.
I thought I'll just go down with me, and Shane can't make it today, but I'll take the task cam. It'll be cool, no problems at all. Wore some nice shorts and a flowery tropical shirt because I thought it's a flower show, got to look all colourful, baby. Yeah.
And they chucked it down.
Chucked it down is an understatement. Like the rain was that heavy. A video of mine went viral. It went viral. Tens of thousands of people watched that video that I put on Instagram, and it was of the of the rain cascading off the marquee.
Oh, when it was coming off the marquee, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was horrendous. And there was a river. There was literal like stream running through the middle of the marquee. People having to step over it to get it. It was. I walked around for the first bit. I got a bit microphone shy. Didn't really want to speak to anyone.
You always do when you're on your own.
When I'm on my own, yeah, but when I'm with you guys, it's weird, right? That's
Safety
weird.
in numbers.
Yeah.
Because the second day was really good.
Yeah.
To be fair.
Yeah, we went on the Saturday and we absolutely adored that day.
Yeah, that was a good day.
Yeah.
You said the WI ladies, didn't you, as well?
That was one of the first times that we actually got recognised from the podcast by a random stranger.
Yeah. I remember that. You Shay nearly cried.
I did not nearly cry.
Yeah, he did. He was like, oh, man. Someone grabbed...
Literally, like, just walking through like the flower show, and this woman just grabs my arm and just goes, "Oh, I've seen you because you're the podcast people." She goes, "I love your podcast," and we're like, "Yeah, cheers." And I was like, "I got recognised." I mean, I'm a 6'1" bald guy, but yeah, I'm hardly inconspicuous.
It's always nice when that happens, though. It always happens when I'm with Shane, though. So I think it is the
6'1" bald guy.
It will be, yeah.
I'm not. I don't blend into crowds at all. Like my mum's always said, it's a good job I never become a criminal because if I was in a lineup, it'd be like, it's him.
It's him
Straight away. In. Yeah. Number 3, get him out.
That day was it was beautiful because the guys that run the flower show, they were smitten and chuffed to have us involved. And that was like, for me, that was kind of like, because I struggle with what I do, what I put together. I'm kind of, sometimes I hate pressing that button to release the podcast because I'm such a critic. I'm such a critic of what I do that I always think it's not good enough. So when someone's like, "Oh yes, please come do this," and we really want you to, and when they were like, "We want you to speak to Scouting for Girls" and things like that, I was kind of like, "You want us?
So funny.
You want us to do that?"
Just cornered us. It was, by the way, I thought, I forget her name now. What was her name?
We shouldn't remember her name because we were walking around. Do you know where such and such is? What's her name?
I can't remember her name now. But yeah, this lady that's all like running like the flower show more or less, sort of collared us, and she's like, "Oh yeah," and we're like, "Yeah, it's going really well, really well." And she's like, "Okay, well if you go and speak to another woman," she goes and tell her that I sent you. She goes, "Then you can get an interview with Scouting for Girls." His face just dropped. And like we were like, yeah, cool. As if like, we just got asked, "Oh, you can go get ice cream from that truck over there." We're like, "Yeah, cool, nice one." Walks off, and he just walked off like completely stunned, like
starstruck like, again.
Oh my! He goes, "Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god," and then he goes into full Al Flap mode. He full on. He's just like, "Oh right, we need to sit down. We need to like plan what we're going to say to him." He sits down. He's furiously on Wikipedia trying to get information and stuff, but obviously the signal's rubbish and So he's there going, "Oh, this isn't working. This isn't working." I'm just sat there eating like this pizza cone thing, just looking at him like, "Mate, what's the problem? Like, we'll just chat to him. It's simple as that."
Yeah, do what you always do, chat.
And he's just flapping like hell.
Scouting for Girls, man. I used to listen to them quite a bit because there was that singer-songwriter kind of poppy bandy type era. You had lots of bands like that, but Scouting for Girls I really used to like. So I knew them. And I listened to them quite a bit. So that was kind of like, oh.
And they were so chill, though, weren't they? They were just like, so we're like, all right.
There was this moment that I don't think I've mentioned this on the show, but me and Shane were stood at the side of the stage. And they made Scouting for Girls. Well, they didn't make them. They invited them to sit on the stage and watch the bike display. And I remember like the curtain got opened the stage, and one of them side-eyed us, and I thought I heard them say, "Oh, who are they?" I thought I heard that in my head, but I don't think that's what I said because I looked at Shane and I was like, "Oh my god!"
They probably said, "Oh my god, it's them."
It wasn't.
Yeah, that's the Shrewsbury Biscuit people.
But we got invited into the VIP, we got offered food and drink and stuff, and they came in like, "Oh, how's it going, guys? What do you do?" And they were really, really, really nice. Like, before we even hit record, they were chatting to us for a while, and when we stopped recording, they were just chatting, and it was just like, oh, maybe I was just being a bit of an angst head,
Soon, as soon as you get like one band, we can go big next year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
we can do Let's Rock Shrewsbury.
Well, that is the plan.
There's some proper icons on that one.
Yeah, that's the plan.
Well, what we're going to do for the next flower show, or for the next event that's outside, really, is we've got plans. I've designed. You did it on paint. I did it on
Paint
PixArt.
Pro.
We're gonna get a table and a marquee, and we've got the H6 now. We can literally turn up and we can do what we're doing now,
think-
exactly like we're doing now in a
I
tent.
genuinely think, right, when we release this audio for the cover photo, we should use your picture that you made of the marquee.
People will
because it's just funny.
You'll lose me then. People will be like, we need this guy for design.
We like your style.
Chip Kid will be like, hey man, we need this guy.
Is it like a Matchstick Man version of a marquee?
It's
I'm
hilarious.
pretty sure I sent it to both of you guys. It
You
was
probably
just
did.
Yeah.
Probably did.
And do you know what? We are having a banner designed. That's all right. But no, we got ideas to. So for the next flower show, I'm going to speak to them and I'm going to say to them, we can sit in a marquee. You send anybody you want to speak to us, and then.
There's something else I was going to say as well. Actually, it's kind of linked because we also set up a Kickstarter this year.
Oh yeah.
And some people have been very generous and they have donated some money.
Yeah, I needed to talk about the Kickstarter. Actually, I wasn't going to talk about it.
We're on
because
6%.
It failed. It failed. We got to the time point, which is like a few weeks that you're allowed, and it failed, which means we get 0. But the people that did donate will get the refunds back, and I want to say thank you to the people that did that, because we found out now we don't need it. We don't need it because we've found a way to kind of generate a little bit of money to keep the show going, and like these microphones, this H6, things like that. Like we need to keep the show going, and we need to improve. And you will notice from this audio that we sound pretty fantastic, and that's because
We sound fantastic just to ourselves.
Yeah. Well, wait till you hear it back. I mean, it sounds even better when you play it back.
Does it?
Yeah, absolutely. So SJF are making us some banners, some posters, and I'm going to get some material. They're going to make us a skirt to go around the table. I'm going to buy, so we can turn up and look pretty professional. I've got the acoustic foam that's sat in my lounge at the moment. Me and Shane are going to put some boards together and make some barriers that can be sound.
Apparently, we're going to put some boards together with foam on it.
I know, I've heard all about that. They look like egg boxes, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the first I've heard about this, actually. Like,
I've told you about.
I know he's told you about this before.
I didn't know he got foam.
Oh.
So I've just learnt this now. So that's cool.
You knew it was coming, though, didn't you? You did, as well as the round table.
Yeah. I knew
Actually,
that.
like, we are the Knights Templar of our own round table.
Yeah. I met a lady as well, a girl that at the gin tasting the other night, and she makes glass things, makes glass signs and things. And I was explaining this elaborate table I want. I was like, now I've spoken to you and I've seen what you can do. I want a big glass logo on the front of that, on top of our table. She goes, that'll be expensive. I was like, I have expensive taste.
I was going to say that would be expensive.
Yeah, it would be. It really would be. So yeah, we can go to festivals and things like that. But thank you to everybody at the flower show as well. The guys that not only like let us come and do that, but really wanted us there, and they said we can kind of take part in a more full sense next time, and we will go there and we'll kick some serious butt. We also did Comic Salopia as well. Comic Salopia was a fantastic event. It was at the Guildhall, and Shane Chebsey did an amazing job. I mean, there were a few teething problems, but then what isn't going to be a teething problem in your first time doing a festival? But apart from that, I think it did really, really well. It did really well. Shane brought in some of the biggest comic book designers from around the world, for example, I mean the highest level of graphic design in the world. You've got Chip Kidd. This guy, he designed the Jurassic Park logo. He's that high up. This guy is amazing. He did some amazing things with comic books, with graphic design, and we got to listen to a lecture of his at the end. And everyone that was in that audience, both me and Shane were there, we just look around, everyone, even Charlie Adlob was there, we were just in awe of what this guy was saying. He was just so full of these amazing stories and knowledge, and we didn't get to speak to him on the show, but we got to listen to that lecture, and that was good. But who we did get to speak to, we got to speak to Frank Whiteley, who's an amazing designer. He's done Superman, all sorts. He's one of the lead. He's like one of the rock and roll stars of comic books. We got to speak to Kieran Gillen, Phil Davis as well. Is a new friend of ours that we made. He's a writer for Jets, Go Jetters, Jet Set Radio. That was a Dreamcast game. And Furchester as hell. He's worked with Cookie Monster. I mean, come on.
What, from the Sesame Street?
Yeah. He's a writer and he's written for Furchester.
He's such a nice bloke, and like I think I said it on a previous episode, but like it was really funny because I was stood outside and he came up to me and he was just like, we were chatting to him about how amazing these sort of celebrities sort of are. Well, they are sort of celebrities, these are worldwide known people, and I was stood next to him just talking about these people, and he was actually helping bringing people in and out as well, wasn't he? And like just sort of floating around. And when I actually got talking to him, he just happened to just drop into conversation. He says, "Oh yeah, well I'm a writer," and I was like, "Are you?" And he was like, "Yeah," and he explained what he did, and we were like, why aren't you on the show? Like, what are you doing? Like, we did, didn't we? We got him on. He's such a nice bloke. Such a nice bloke.
He's a really good guy. We also got to speak to Jamali Maddox as well. Jamali Maddox, and that was one of the most embarrassing moments for me as a broadcaster because I was like, "Yeah, and what do you do?" And he was like, "I'm on the telly."
I'm on the telly, blood.
I'm on the telly. I've got a big show. It's Hate Thy Neighbour. It's on Channel 4. It's a massive, huge show. And I was
Is it a reality show?
Yeah, he basically deals with hate and things like that. So there's one episode.
He's also just done a big documentary, hasn't he, about the adult industry. But like the sort of behind it, sort of like understanding it on like a different level.
Okay.
He's got a very open mind. Like he's an Asian guy, and he went and stayed with some white supremacists.
Oh, now you've said that.
Beard, big bushy beard.
I do. I remember that.
And you could see him talking to these white supremacists, and he was like, he was really biting his tongue. He was kind of like, "This is hard. This is really, really hard." And a few months after that, he's got me going, "And what do you do, sir?"
He was such a nice guy, though, wasn't he? He really was.
Great. I don't watch terrestrial TV. I haven't watched terrestrial TV in probably about a year. So I'm kind of missing there. But yeah, Comic Celebrity. Thank you, Shane Chebsey, for letting us get involved with that. I've still got this thing, the My Shrewsbury cover here that we are going to sell for charity. It was nicely framed by Shrewsbury Framing Studio, and I was going to sell it, but I don't know what to do with it. I don't know how to do auctions, so I need to find someone to sell it for me.
Well,
I've not stolen nothing.
Can't we do another quiz thing like we did before for winning the Monopoly board game?
We can do, but I want to raise some money for charity.
Oh, okay.
Maybe we can do like a raffle. Does that work?
Yeah. Could do it that way.
Yeah.
People could come into the studio.
Leave it with me. I'll see what I can do.
Or we can give it to Mark Fielden for Cords Crush Cancer, and people can bid for it.
Yeah, because they'll have a way of bidding then, won't they, directly?
We'll sort this out. This thing is on my wall, but it's not for me to enjoy.
It's worth actually mentioning as well, before we move off this subject, about Al's fangirl moment. Because...
You're about Charlie, aren't you?
Yeah. Al goes very weird when he's around Charlie Adlard. I don't know why, because Charlie's one of the most down-to-earth blokes you ever meet in your life. He's such a nice bloke. But Al just turns into this little teenage girl when he's around him. It's hilariously funny. And he was trying to get him for an interview on Comicsopia, and he was it was really funny. And we managed to collar in just like right at the end of the day, and Charlie's there talking to a few other people, and Al just sort of goes up to me. He's like, hello, you having a nice day? And Charlie's like, yeah.
Have a nice day.
And he was just like, is there any and Charlie's like, it's been quite an intense like couple of days, he's I'm quite knackered, like, and he's like, oh, okay, well, you don't have to come on the podcast if you don't want to, and Charlie's just like, yeah, I think I might, I'm pretty much done, like, I'm quite knackered, which is understandable. It's been quite a lot. He said, but we'll definitely, we'll sort something out for another time. He's like, okay, yeah, that's absolutely fine, no problem, yeah, that's absolutely fine.
Can I just point out the fact that I was absolutely exhausted myself? We were both like.
We were both knackered.
There was part of me that was kind of, respectfully to Charlie, I was kind of like, oh, thank God we can just pack up and go home now, because we were exhausted. We'd done a lot that day.
He lies like a cheap watch.
Guess who's coming on the show in January, folks? Mr. Charlie Adlard is definitely coming on the show in January. So, we will discuss this, because it is an odd thing, because I have had Charlie on the other show before. We got on really well, and every time I see him in town, it's like he'll come up to me, recognise me. Oh, how's that going, Alex? I'm like, yeah, that's Charlie Adler. He's my friend. But yeah, Comic Salopia was a really fun thing too. It was tiring because we were in the studio for like 2 days, but it was content, and I love interviewing people.
To be fair, for me, you didn't come out of that room, did you? For the whole 2 days.
I was like a pig in mud. I was like, next.
You're like Thor when he like drinks. He's like, get me another.
That was exactly what it was.
Brilliant.
We did Oktoberfest as well. Well, I did Oktoberfest. You guys were busy, weren't you? You were doing things.
Working at Oktoberfest.
What was I doing?
Probably working.
Probably work. No, I wasn't working.
You probably had the kids or something.
No,
it was
I was away.
Yes, you was. You went to
I was
Wales.
in Swansea.
Yes, you went to Wales, didn't we, with Siobhan?
Yeah, I went with my
right.
sister to Swansea.
Yeah.
That event was so much fun. So much fun. And like I said to Beth and to the guys at Shropshire Festivals, we can turn up with a studio next time, and we could speak to some drunk people. And I think when we were talking to them, they're like, "Oh, maybe next time you can probably stay sober." And I was like, "Nope."
As if.
No, why would you do that, Oktoberfest?
Wash your mouth.
I want to have a go at Silent Disco this time as well.
The Silent Disco was
I went to Download
fun.
Festival years ago now. I was right when I was had less commitments and stuff. When I was a young strapping lad. And
you're still a strapping lad. I mean,
just not young.
No, not young at all. And yeah, I went to a silent disco, and that was probably one of the most fun, iconic times in my life, because it's just so funny, so funny.
I went to the DJ because I wanted to get a picture, but I wanted to ask him permission first. And I had the headphones on, and I took them off, and I went, "You're right, mate. Do you mind? Do you mind if I take a picture of you?" And he's like, "Yeah, that's fine. Yeah,
yeah, that's cool. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Thank you."
Yeah. And what's funny about it, right, is that everybody's listening to a different song.
I know. I didn't realise that either.
You've got different channels,
and
you usually have 2 or 3 different songs.
Yeah,
so everybody, you could be dancing to one thing, and someone's dancing to something completely different.
Yeah.
But take your headphones off, and it's completely silent.
Yeah, and I just love the sound. I love the thought of that. Just dancing around, doing your own thing.
Yeah, it's mint.
Yeah.
It's the only time I've really enjoyed what Justin Bieber did to Despacito when he ruined it, because we liked that song before Justin Bieber touched it, by the way. Timmy used to love that song. My wife is South American. She used to sing it in Spanish, and it was amazing. And then Justin Bieber came along, and he absolutely he ruined this song. But when it was on the silent disco, and it came up to Despacito, I took my headphones off, and all you can hear is people going, I was just like, yes. That's the best. It was amazing.
I suppose that's the thing about that, is you can sing along, and it doesn't matter if you can't sing, because nobody.
No,
if they're all,
It's like that.
I know. I definitely want to do it next time.
It's like the last Ketchup song. Do you remember that?
No.
It's saying hey, aha, hey, It was terrible. It was terrible. People loved it.
I think we should definitely get Al singing more on the podcast.
Yeah.
This is just quality.
Oh, I don't, man. No, I'm doing a rap for Thorskin now, which I can't say on air because it's very explicit. But for some reason, I was like, yeah, man, I'm the next Kanye West. Like, I can rap. Let's do this. And
you can't rap.
It's fun, but I can't rap. It's good.
So that's your rap career ended straight away.
Just pretend. You've got to start somewhere.
Yeah. We've had a few authors on the show as well this year, which I've really. We had Ron Morgan. Ron Morgan is a guy steeped in Shrewsbury history. He used to own, is it Peaks Elite
travel agency.
Yeah, he used to be Ron Morgan Travel or something. He was and it was there for years until they merged and then became Peaks Travel. And then he became a tour guide. He's as clever as Stan Sedman, if you can believe that. He's really clever, and he wrote a book called Don't Bring Me Flowers, and I read that book and it made me cry. There's certain parts of that book that I was just like, because it's about this guy speaking to this old lady who had this amazing history of getting captured in a Japanese concentration camp, and it was a brilliant story. I had him on, and it was an amazing chat. I'd love to get him on again. He's a bit poorly at the moment, so hopefully when he's a bit better, we'll get him on. So yeah, we had him on. We had Lisa Blower. I'm not going to call her Katie Blower this time. I did that on the show, but I left it in because I went to school with a girl called Katie Blower, so I was like, that's kind of a homage to my friend, you know. You can be mistaken for that, but I see her at school all the time, and she's ace. She made me cry too because she writes short stories, and she wrote this short story that just epitomizes family and growing up and the hard times that people had. And there was one story that I just read and I was just like, I was fighting back the tears, which was brilliant. Who else did we have on? We had Kevin Horak, of course. I was coming to him. He's the most recent. Stephen Palmer.
I only remember that.
Yeah,
that's right. Yeah,
brilliant author. Really nice guy as well, because that was one of those things where we were supposed to have Laura Clark on from Lefebvre.
That's right. Yeah.
Like me and Steve, like I messaged him before we even started doing the show. I was like, "Want to come on my podcast?" And then I got like overwhelmed with stuff, so he didn't end up coming on. So to have him on was actually really cool. And he was really generous guy to talk to because
he's a musician as well.
Yeah,
he's offered to do some audio stuff as well.
I wonder if he can write rap music.
Steve, if you listen to this, then hit us up, okay? If some rap music's within your remit, because Al seriously needs some help.
It's from my forthcoming album.
Yeah, right.
It's called Pod King. For shizzle, my bizzle.
What?
Battery's running low, apparently. I've just noticed that.
Have you got somewhere you can plug it in?
I don't know what I've done. My box is there, mate. Can you just pass me my box, please? Thank you. Thank you.
You didn't plan this, did you?
I didn't realise it was on 3 bars the whole time. Let's just keep talking, though. So what else did we do, Shane, this year?
We spoke to Carla and Pixie.
Oh, yes, you did.
The mental health one. That was really good.
Yeah.
That was a really in-depth.
That's been really well listened to as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I listened to that one the other day.
That was heavy and but in like a good way.
In a good way, yeah.
I think with that one we really sort of like chewed over, you know.
Yeah.
But no, like I did enjoy that one.
Are you trying to think back? How far back are you going?
Well,
2019, isn't it?
The fact that we struggle to remember things that we've done is not a bad thing at all.
Well, we had Stan and Lorraine on, didn't we? Then we had Stan on again. We had Martin Wood.
Martin Wood was great. And we've had Stan Sedman on as well, Lorraine Fletcher.
A couple of times.
Stan is just... I'd have him on every month if I could.
Darren and Naomi, so from Gin Different and Ling and Davis. We did, obviously you interviewed, so in terms of the little crumpets we did when we went to the Monopoly launch. Timothy King for the Beatles weekend.
Yes.
That was the first one I did.
Yeah.
That was the first one I did. And then...
Monopoly.
Yeah, Monopoly. We'll keep saying Monopoly actually because we need to.
Because in case you didn't know, we're on the board.
We're on the
board of Monopoly. So if you have the Shrewsbury Monopoly board, then we're on the Monopoly board.
Yep.
Do you know what? I've been seeing.
Did you know we're on the Monopoly board?
Oh, did you know that we're on the Monopoly board?
Do you know how much stick I've had from the podcasting world because of this? By the way,
what good stick or just are they just plain jealous?
They're absolutely jealous. They're
not on the Monopoly board though, are they?
Whenever I go on a show now, it's don't mention Monopoly to him because
Monopoly.
I need to find. There we go.
Right. Who else? Because I'm just trying to think of.
The fact is, we've worked with so many amazing people.
You did Karen Duffy from Art Duffy at the Market Hall.
Yeah, she was amazing.
Oh, you didn't participate?
Yeah, we went to the Open Art Studios as well, which was fantastic.
You did me.
Yeah,
we had a Majuli episode.
We did the competition thing at the university.
You did John Wagner.
Oh. That was actually amazing.
That's right, because you went to John's house, didn't you?
Speaking to John Wagner is a huge deal because Judge Dredd has been part of my life since I was a kid. I talked about him on the interview where I used to see, like, my dad used to read 2000 AD and Dredd, and I'd see these comic books on the coffee table, and I'd open the pages and they'd scare me. They'd actually scare me because, like, there's some horrible, like, it's for adults, you know. And then they had the Judge Dredd movie with Stallone, which I enjoyed as a kid.
The first one.
Yeah. Which I enjoyed as a kid, but when you learn about the comic books more and you realise he's not supposed to take his helmet off, and within 5 minutes, Sylvester Stallone's like, I am the law. You know,
you did the BBC Radio Shropshire. Jim Hawkins.
Yes.
You guys did.
Oh yeah. You know what? I need to take them up on their invite to go on the radio.
Yes.
I don't know why we haven't done it. I think it's because I'm a little bit.
Because you've been too busy.
I have been super busy.
Too in demand.
We are busy, but I don't want to ever sit here and be the guy that's accused of saying, yeah, we need to fit the BBC into our schedule.
But also, we are the Shrewsbury Biscuit, so they can.
And we are on the Monopoly board.
And we are on the Monopoly board, so BBC is not on the Monopoly board. So
no, they're not. You did Lee Meakin, Conversation Junkie.
Yes,
Lee Meakin is doing some amazing things, and I'm really proud of him. And it's good to have a friend like him, because he can come on the show anytime he likes.
And we had the Crumbs and Crumbs episodes, didn't we? So we did the Age UK's 70th.
The birth of the crumbs.
Oh yeah, of course.
That come out of Julie's head.
Yeah,
it did. There's a few things that come out of Julie's head. There's the sponsors of the month.
Oh yeah,
the crumbs. You know, this is why I wanted the team, and we're gonna. I haven't told Shane this yet, but we're going to expand the team, I think, in the new year. We're going to add in a fourth team member just so we've got a bit of depth. Because somebody has been selfish in having a baby.
Sorry.
How dare you?
I'm sorry.
So to ease things up a bit, we're gonna.
So the baby's coming on.
Yeah. Probably better than me. So at least I might turn up.
Definitely see a lot more.
And obviously we did the Shropshire Festival girls in their pink office.
Yeah.
Whilst watching the towers come down.
And that is one thing I want to focus on as well for a little bit is the fact that we've got some amazing people that are working with us at the moment. The guys at Web Orchard that have made an amazing website, which you can go and look at now. It is up. It's been a soft launch, but we're going to launch it properly, with trumpets and banners and red carpets and stuff.
Yeah.
But if you go to the Shrewsbury Biscuit podcast.co.uk, you can go and have a look at that website, and you can play the audio off the website, so you don't have to download an app. You can literally play it off your phone, off the website, and it looks beautiful as well. It took a long time to learn how to use because...
do you know how to use it now?
I do. There's a guy there called Will, and he's the guy that put it together for Pete and for me. Obviously, that's his job. And he made this beautiful website, and I was like, okay, I'm going to have a go at trying to edit this this website, sorry. And I did. I started playing with it, but I kind of didn't know what I was doing, so I was leaving links floating in the middle of the page. I was
is that why you had to go around with you?
And you broke it, basically.
I broke it. This amazing site that this guy had done. So
that was quite funny because obviously you messaged saying like, "Oh yeah, this is have a look at this." Sort of just between us lot. And we're all having a look at this website, and literally the following week you're like, "Yeah, I broke the website. It's not being launched for a little bit. I broke it." I was like, "You had one job, Al."
and you broke it.
So Web Orchard, we've got them as a sponsor. They're going to give us this beautiful website, which you'd pay normally hundreds of pounds to get.
Yeah.
And they're great sponsors to have as well, because they're full of innovation. They work with a lot of people in the town, and they're very similar to Beth at Shropshire Festivals in the way that they like fun, funky projects. Like us, like we're kind of young and innovative and a young idea. Like we're kind of out there. So they like working with us, and we like working with them. So Web Orchard, if you guys anybody needs a website design, go to Web Orchard or Information Solutions. And then we're
talking a lot about sponsors, but I mean, like, there's always room for more. We can't really have too much, really. In the grand scheme of things.
Yeah, exactly.
So, like, if you are listening, you want a bit of the
and you're Shrewsbury based.
Yeah, Shrewsbury based, and like you want a bit of exposure and stuff. Then you have to drop us an email or whatever.
But we're looking for the independents, aren't we?
Yes,
in that we don't want like big corporations.
Not Marks and Spencer's.
No, just because you're in Shrewsbury, we don't want you, M&S. Sorry,
M&S and like Waitrose. Like, sorry, but
no.
This isn't for you.
No,
this is for
We probably wouldn't say no to their budget though.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do M&S have a budget at the moment?
I have no idea.
Aren't they in trouble? I don't know.
I don't know.
But the Fox and Hounds of the world. If you're a new started business or something, drop us a line, because we know we'll help out. We'll do what we can.
Yeah.
Who
else are we working with? Shrewsbury Beard. Shrewsbury Beard helped us out last year for us to cover the Darwin Festival, and they're going to do the same again this year. We're going to speak to. We're going to be all over the Darwin Festival. We're also going to be speaking to a lot of people that work with the Beard as well, because they're important. People are like, the Beard, they have money, but they bring some brilliant things to the town. So I think they're fantastic.
Obviously, the parade.
Yeah, we've got to get onto that. Yeah, but the Shrewsbury Bid, they are a fantastic thing that everybody seems to. There's a positive outlook about it, isn't there? Because they went through a voting process, and the voting was almost unanimous when they voted back in to do what they keep doing. So we're very, very proud to be working with them, and so we're looking forward to working with them. Then there's the guys from Shropshire Festivals, Beth and the guys there, the Pink Ladies.
Yes.
We got speaking to them because of Oktoberfest and BizFest, which I missed, the Kids Festival, the Food Fest, all of these things that they do. I was like, we need to be in touch with these guys, and we need to be working with them. So,
and they've got some great stuff coming up.
They've got some great stuff, and they're also a PR company. And one of the things that they PR is the parade. So they were like, well, maybe we can work something out and get you in the parade. So this is what we did. The reason we're in the parade is because of Beth from Shropshire Festivals.
Yep.
So it all ties in. All these people that are just like...
links and connections.
So supportive.
Isn't it like the 7 steps? Everyone's 7 steps away from Kevin Bacon or something. So I reckon people could end up being 7 steps away from the Shrewsbury Biscuit if they try hard. That's true. It's a real thing. It is.
Kevin Bacon.
Seriously, it is.
Should we try and get Kevin Bacon on the show?
Well, I think
seven swift moves.
We could get him 7 moves to Shrewsbury Biscuit.
Yeah?
Yeah, I reckon we can.
Yeah. Well, we've spoken to a lot of people through the town.
Exactly. Charlie Adler, there'll be a link there. Get into America, work your way back. You'll easily get 7 links there.
Well, I am on EE, so... Yeah.
Actually, so am I. So there's 2 of us.
EE with Kevin Bacon. Oh, my God. You ruined the show, Kevin Bacon, and you didn't even know it.
You were Kevin Bacon.
He hasn't. He's enhanced.
A few months back, you were really angry at Kevin Bacon.
Why?
Oh, because my internet, my bad internet. Yeah.
Oh, we.
Yeah, we had really bad internet. This links to the biscuit as well, actually, because we were doing an episode of Thorskin, and we had Shane Chebsey was going to come on, and my internet wouldn't work. I had Tom sat there in Vermont. He's jumping around the page, and he can't talk. All this sort of stuff, and I'm like, I can't do anything. Like, the internet's just died on me. It's just died on me.
Yeah, we lost a couple of Thorskin episodes as well, didn't we? If you remember.
Did, yeah. I rang up Shane. I was like, I'm going to have to cancel, man. My internet's just died. He was like, I'm in the car. I'm in the car ready to come. I was like, I don't know what else to do, man. The internet's died. And then there was the New Year's Eve thing as well, wasn't there? The New Year's Eve show for Thorskin. I was purple. I was nearly crying. I was swearing because we had this New Year's show that the listeners were looking forward to. My internet had died, and Shane was like, "Just come do it here." I was like, "Oh yeah."
So we did.
Yeah, we did.
Crammed into my little front room in my flat and like set up this little makeshift with like little side tables and stuff.
No, it was
really
after
awkward.
then. It was,
What was
I
it?
was at your house. Who's? It was at your house.
Are you who's?
That was the,
Oh yeah, in the kitchen, wasn't it?
that's the day.
Was right,
That's the day we first got in touch with John Edney from OPM because we started singing "Heaven Is a Half Pipe." I threw it on Instagram. He was like, "That sounds great." The next thing you know, we've got John Edney from OPM on the show, and we're like, "What's just happened?"
Like, what? Who's also, by the way, top guy.
He's great.
Such a nice bloke.
So busy now, though. I keep trying to get in touch with him. He's harder to get hold of now than he was before.
Well, he's opened a brewery now, man.
A multi-million-dollar brewery in Anaheim.
Tarantula Hill, isn't it?
right.
Tarantula Hill.
Oh,
And,
what a cool name.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh, I like the name.
He's smashing it at the moment. So he's hard to get hold of. I want him to send me beer. To be honest, I was speaking of beer. Actually, let's talk about all the things we've got to look forward to in 2020 because there's
Beer.
Beer?
No, it links in. It links in. Trust me.
Oh, okay.
2020 is going to be like I put it on Facebook yesterday or today, whenever it was. The days just blur into one for some reason. That 2019 was the year where people were finding out about us, and 2020 is going to be the year to show us you guys who we can be. And we've got so much planned. January, like I said, we've been inundated with people wanting to come on the show to do things with us, and we've got I think it's up to 7 shows we've got planned, full shows for January, and that's amazing. Then we've got the Darwin Festival. We've got the guys from the football state, the supporters guys from the football club. We want to do work with the football club. They're going to give us tickets. We're going to go to a game. Then we're going to do an interview because they do a lot for the community. And I want to investigate that and tell people about it. We are going to be working with Woods Brewery because Beth knows them. All the guys they know them, and so they got me in touch with them, and I was like, I like beer.
I like beer.
Yeah, I like it. And I said to him, why don't you bring some beer and we'll sit and drink beer and talk on the show? And they were like, okay.
That was easy.
In February as well, we've also got Chords Crush Cancer. Salt Mark today, Mark Fielden, and he's a great guy. He's a great guy. He's been doing this. I think it's like year 4. I think he's done it now. He's trying to reach £10,000 that he's actually fully raised for charity for cancer. Obviously, it's called Crush Cancer, but we're going to go there. We're going to go there and take part in the event. Find a way to maybe try and drum up some money for him because I think it's an amazing cause. You know, because F cancer and all that. You know.
Yep. Didn't we? Did we commit as well to doing the fun run thing for Ling and Davis?
What have you signed me up to?
No, it's not a fun run, wasn't it? Like a colour run or
paint run, yeah.
Paint run, colour run. We throw paint.
No, I said we can do it.
Yeah, we have signed you up.
Thanks, Brill.
It's in your diary.
Oh right, yeah.
I said the Ling and Davis Fair paint run. I said, the colour run. I said we'll take part, but by taking part, we're going to sit on the side of a paintball gun. And as people,
Hold on a minute. Why does it say in here? Shane's doing the colour run
whilst we shoot him with paintballs. Run quicker!
It's okay. Apparently, we can do the colour walk. We can walk.
It's that film Run Fat Boy Run with Simon Pegg.
Oh yeah.
You got the guy chasing behind him with the moped and the spatula. It's going to be me and Julie on segways with paintball guns.
Oh yes, I like that on a Segway. Yeah.
Thanks, man.
It's got to be segways because we're podcasters. You know, it's kind
Yeah.
of like.
Is there a Segway company?
Segway.
Is there a Segway company in Shrewsbury? Can we get a Segway company and use Segways?
Yes, we need to do that. We should do Segway paintballing. £1 million idea. There you go. You have one for free. We're speaking to Peaks Elite Travel as well. In I think the 10th of January. I haven't put it on my board yet, but I spoke to him this morning. We got. Look at this on the board, okay? So the 3rd of January, we're going to be speaking to Ben Butler. Ben Butler's doing some amazing things in Telford. He's a bit of an ex-gangster, been through a lot, but he's doing a lot for the youth. He's really changed his life around. He's trying to help people, and I find his story fascinating. So we're going to have him on the show. Then on the 9th of January, we're going to be speaking to Rock Rose, the guys from there, because she's the lady there. She's amazing. She does so much. She's so innovative. Then we got
Who's that?
Brian Parrish.
Oh, Brian Parrish is an American guy that's coming on Thorskin.
You need 2 wall calendars. You need a Thorskin calendar.
I read it and I was like, Why is he coming on the biscuit?
That's written in Alex language.
What does that say?
That's Shrewsbury FC Boxing Day, but we're not doing that anymore. I'm going to watch Star Wars on Boxing Day instead.
Oh, this is December, not January.
Yeah, I kind of have to merge the month into one.
I was going to say, because
I've actually got this really handy diary.
There's a key at the top there,
which is really good at keeping your life in order. If you want to borrow it, mate.
I've got 3 different diaries. I've got 3 different books I carry on with. One's a planner.
The key thing with being organised is that you use one diary.
Yeah.
Oh,
I, for one,
would you like to use my to-do list for this week?
I've got a calendar there.
But it's wrong.
Hey, do you know what? I saw this notebook on Amazon. It's a forever notebook. You don't have to buy another one. So what you do is you write on it, and then when you write on it, it automatically goes to your cloud on your phone. So then you get the page of the writing onto your phone or your tablet, whatever, and then you just erase it,
clever.
and then you write on it again. It's amazing, and it's full of pages, so you don't have to just write everything on one page, delete, write everything on one page, delete. It's like this really clever book.
That's really clever.
Yeah, I was like, paper. Who needs paper? You know, I want one.
Save the trees.
So if anybody wants to know what I want for Christmas, it's a forever notebook. But yeah, this year we've got so much to do and so much to prove. We're going to be Biscuit Studios. We've got till sort of March. Whatever we do after then, I think it's going to be good.
Yep.
Because the sky is the limit, and I want to hit the sky. I want to grab the moon, bring it down, show you guys, and show you it's mine. You know, like this H6, for example, is sitting on our table. This piece of kit here, I always thought was unobtainable. When I first started doing the podcasting thing, like 2 years ago, this thing is like the crown jewel of podcasting kit, right? It's expensive. It's something I thought I would never own. And now it's sat there on the table because of the hard work we're putting in and the support we're getting off people. People wouldn't be giving us support if they didn't appreciate what we're doing. So
yeah, exactly.
So it means a lot. Genuinely means a lot. So
you go cry now.
Darren from Gin Different made me cry the other day. I don't want to talk about financial and personal issues on the show, but you only have to mutter a few words to me sometimes to make me get a bit teary because this is a passionate project. And we all work hard on it. So when we get a bit of something for it, it's it means a lot. So yeah,
Don't cry.
I'm not going to. But with with what we're doing with Shropshire festivals, there are so many opportunities there. The 2 kids festivals they got going on.
Yep.
They got the food festival, Oktoberfest.
They got that. They got a couple of new things.
Loads of new things, and they were like, "You're welcome to all of it."
I'm interested in that the trail.
Tasty Trail.
The Tasty Trail. Isn't it like 8 miles long or something?
Yeah. So what you do is
That's a lot of food.
You run to one place. You have one course.
Do you run? Do you run though? Can we not just walk there?
We'll use our segways.
I was going to say, are we merging the colour run into
whilst eating food.
Yeah, whilst
what
eating
we'll do
food.
is we'll hire a tuk-tuk and Shane can cycle.
Is there a tuk-tuk? I bet there's a tuk-tuk company in Shrewsbury, isn't there?
If not, there's another £1 million idea.
Yeah.
You might have that one for free as well.
Yeah. Actually,
oh my God, can you imagine
one,
cycling
Shane.
up the
Shane
top
can
on the
make
tuk-tuk? You want to go where? I want to go to the prison. Nah, mate, you're okay. Have you seen the hill?
After you've made the table, Shane, you can make one of them for us.
The biscuit tuk-tuk. Yeah,
We should.
Maybe I should
have
make
that
one and then
going.
auction that off for a course cancer as well.
Yeah.
The what? The tuk-tuk?
Yeah, I should auction
Are
it off.
you actually thinking, oh, okay.
No, let's get him.
I had a friend who...
I can get hold of some old bikes.
I've built a go-kart before.
Well, there you go then. That's it.
Wacky Races. We even get in touch with that.
Oh my God, yes, Wacky Races.
We should make our own car.
Yeah.
There's the Dragon Races as well. I want to get...
We have to make it a massive custard cream. Or a massive cookie.
Yeah.
Yeah. See,
Watch this space.
this
Is the Dragon one the Dragon Boat Racing?
The Dragon Boat Racing.
There's only 3 of us.
No, obviously we wouldn't be able to beat. We could be a mini baby dragon.
A donkey from Shrek.
Baby dragon. We're just being like we get like a coracle and just call it like a dragon egg. Like, we'll just be like,
Oh my god, that's even better. We just go round and round in circles.
that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the finger of what was that show that used to be attached to Garfield, and you had the little guy with the egg and his little legs running. Maybe it was a dream I had. I don't know.
Are you all right?
There was a guy with an egg with legs, and he used to walk around.
Do you need an adult?
A responsible adult. Yeah. Yeah. So these ideas. I mean, you guys, you're the listeners. You put us where you want us to be. If there's somewhere you want us to cover, if there's something you would like to hear us speak to, someone you want to hear us speak to, or you want us to go somewhere, just get in touch or drop us a message on Facebook. Get in touch. Like, we are here for you guys.
Lefebvre chocolate as well. We need to get them.
Oh yeah, we do.
Because they very kindly gave us some chocolates.
Those
which was
chocolates.
amazing.
Oh, have you eaten yours? I ate
Mine's
mine.
gone.
Yeah.
Of course
They
they're
didn't
gone.
last very long, actually. And then I luckily won another box at a raffle
Did
one
you?
of the school Christmas fairs. Another
You
box.
see, I shared half mine out with the town crier. See,
Oh yeah, you did.
I genuinely gave mine to my pregnant missus.
I just ate mine.
I had a few. They were amazing.
No, I did share them actually, but only at
One.
home. Yeah,
You
one.
have one. Look at that one.
Oh god! So yeah, better than these challenges. The better than what Rachel was coming up with. She was like, "Oh yeah, we do wing walking and all sorts." I was like, "You want to get me on a plane? Are you
yeah,
crazy?"
that's right.
I'd do that.
Should I do that? I said that.
There you go, Rachel. If you're listening,
A wing
to this,
each.
Yeah.
You can go on
would
the
do it.
tail.
I really want to do a skydive as well. Like, I really, really
Right?
want to do a
Do
skydive.
they do skydive? Do they do skydives on
What?
up on the Long Mind?
we can do that. Raise money for charity, and you do it done for free. So be careful what you're saying right now.
I would genuinely do it.
I
yeah.
would, and you could have a big banner
Yeah.
as you're coming down, the Shrewsbury Biscuit, you know, like the aeroplanes that fly over beaches. Will you marry me, Sarah, or whatever?
Shrewsbury Biscuit
Your Shrewsbury
podcast.
Biscuit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why are you looking at us like that? We are serious.
I thought you meant attached to Shane as he falls down. Like,
Yeah.
Well, no,
That's
not
what-
this just falls down as he floats across off the Long Mind into the
imagine if the
valley.
parachute doesn't work, and that's like
The last thing.
parachute.
the end of Shane.
Shrewsbury Biscuit. Yeah.
Okay, not skydive. What's the other thing when you go off with a little micro?
Microlight.
That's the one, microlight.
Yeah.
I didn't mean that either. I mean the paragliding. That's what I mean.
I did
Paragliding.
gliding when I was a kid. We did the glide. It was really funny. It was in the cadets, and we went up on the gliders. But before we did, there was like, "Okay, kids, now you need to learn how to do your parachutes." And I was just like, "What?" And he was like, "You need to pull here if you fall out of the plane." I was like, "What?" And then
And that's it. 1,000 elephants, 2,000 elephants, 3,000 elephants.
And then we went up in the glider, and this thing was taped together. I swear to God, there was holes in the hull. There was like gaffer tape over holes, and I was just like, we were soaring through the air, and I was just kind of like, I'm probably going to need this parachute.
I hope I packed it right.
I'm so glad I listened to that guy nervously before we went up. Yeah,
But no, genuinely, I would do a skydive.
yeah. There are people as well. I was speaking to for the year. We never got to speak to. There's the guys that the canoe hire people.
Oh, in Shrewsbury? Yeah.
Shrewsbury Canoes, is it? I
Yeah.
can't remember the name.
Yeah, no,
It's
it
just
is.
canoe for hire or something, isn't
Yeah,
it? Like,
they're fantastic people, and they do some great like excursions and that for people. I would love to. Now we've got this H6. There's waterproof covers you can buy for it. We could literally.
Oh, is there?
Yeah, we could hire a kayak. Or a canoe, and we could sit it in the middle of the boat, and we can just record a podcast on the river. How amazing would that be?
That would be
sick.
awesome. Just going between Wellsbridge and English Bridge, maybe.
So
a bit-
basically, me and you
bit
would
like
be rowing,
Sabrina.
and
I won't be rowing.
no, Julia would just be sat there with his
I'll be
biscuits.
I'll be quaffing gin. Quaffing gin and eating strawberries. There you go.
What?
And you could have no, what are they called? The sticks, punt sticks.
Shane, we come around in circles. Alex.
Yeah, I go stop right there. There you go. Look, Shrewsbury Canoe Hire.
Is that them? That's
Oh, Sabrina boat as well.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah,
you see,
yeah.
the Sabrina boat people. We were trying to organise something earlier in the year,
But then the river flooded.
and then the river flooded, so we kind of lost contact. And I think that was like the second time I tried to get them on the show. I didn't want to mess them about anymore. So we will. What I want to do is speak to them guys, and just before they're kind of opening for summer properly.
Yeah.
We will get in touch,
Yeah.
and we'll kind of, because you don't need to sell the Sabrina boat. It's almost
No, I
packed.
know. Yeah.
But I would like to I would like to talk about the history of the boat.
Speak to the captain.
Speak to the captain. How, we can do all sorts, the possibilities are endless.
Yeah.
So, yeah. We got lots coming up. And
Loads.
this year has been so amazing. I want to thank, obviously, you two. I want to thank everybody that's supported.
What's that rattling?
It's one of the cables. It's fine. It's gone now.
Oh, okay. I thought it was me.
Welcome to my world. This is what I hear. Have you guys, by the way, since we're doing this, do you guys hear things in audio now that kind of annoy you?
Yeah, when I said to you the other day, when I was listening onto some of the episodes and listening to myself, I don't think I've been doing it as much today, but when we're interviewing people, I'm like, yeah, oh, okay, oh, amazing, interesting. I'm doing all those filling in words instead of just listening.
I keep hearing a really weird noise. It's quite annoying.
Now.
Look there.
Oh, that's the
there.
That's the
there
candle.
it is.
It's a candle.
There.
Oh, I see what you're doing.
There.
Oh.
Just doing a funny.
He's getting me back for. I'm doing a funny. That was a Jerry comment. That was. But you wouldn't know what
but
that
you
is,
can when you listen back. That's what I did. I did fun. I was listening back to episodes thinking, oh, God, why did I say that? Why did I just keep
Everybody
going?
does it. It's something you learn by
I
yourself.
think the last one where I didn't do it, I think I learned a lot when we had Kevin Horrocon, because I just most of that one laughing.
My laugh is the one. I hate my laugh since trying to do podcasting.
The thing that Shane's improved on is microphone management, because when we first started, I'd have to keep pushing the microphone into his face. It goes here, Shane. It goes here, Shane. It goes up here, Shane. Because he'd like, Steve, you wonder it. He'd be looking up at the ceiling and he wouldn't be looking at the microphone. And you don't hear him very properly. You need to get your mic right in here. Please, you're so much better at that. Mine was, when I first started, was a nervous laugh. I used to laugh like at my own jokes and
I laugh at my own jokes all the time. I'm the funniest guy around.
No, but it was an anxiety thing, and the other one was I would like triple ask questions. So, I'd be like, so what was the meaning behind this, Shane? What did you mean by it? What was the meaning?
Oh, right, the same question several ways.
Yeah, rather than
just ask the question
firmly going, what did you mean with that, Shane? I mean, that's really rude, but I mean...
would you kindly just shuffle off, please? So
don't bring that up. That's on a different show.
Yeah, it's a different show.
I accidentally asked
He genuinely got asked a guest. You know how socially awkward Alice, and like his tact is about as subtle as a brick,
right?
And he genuinely asked some American guests that we had on the other show.
A 58,000 strong download stream in less than a year. They're a massive show.
They're huge, right? And we got halfway through the podcast, and they'd already said that we're going to have to go halfway through, And we got to the point where they needed to go, and he just went, "Okay, so if you two would just kind of like to just shuffle off, that'd be bro."
I didn't do that, man. I did.
And they were like, "Oh, right, okay." And I was like, "Yeah, cool." Okay, so then we can just carry on.
What happened was we were supposed to have them for an hour. The show's 90 minutes long. And I didn't quite know how to ask them to leave politely. It was just not something you're used to asking someone, right? So I was kind of like, how am I going to do this? I was thinking throughout
So you chose shuffle off?
Instead of, and thank you so much indeed, and good luck with where you're going this afternoon.
These are lessons that we learn. And so what happened was I got to the point where I was meant to ask them to like tell them the time was up, and I was kind of like, so ladies, I know we only had you for an hour, so if you like, I meant to say, you guys can you can just
you can just go.
Bye.
No, but I meant to say, like, we can do it. It
doesn't matter now. It's
meant to sound polite,
and they were probably offended.
No, I've spoken to Kim many times. We chat quite often, and she was
I've been on since.
They have been on
They've
since.
been on since, so it's not too bad.
And I've spoken to him. I was like, I do apologise for last time.
He did. Actually, just after the podcast, he did actually record a video and send it to him. He's like, "I am so sorry.
So sorry."
Because obviously, we just ripped the mick out of him for the entire rest of the podcast.
I got it for months, mate.
You're still getting it now.
I'm still getting it now, yeah. From the listeners, from the podcast,
everybody.
everyone that's heard this, it was like...
Would you kindly just shuffle off, please?
we've got quite a nice community between the podcasters, and when somebody makes a gaff like that, it's kind of like, listen to what Alex did, and they'll go and listen to it, and then they'll just it's
literally be like, going to the mayor, like, so would you kind of mind just shuffling off, please, thanks, cool.
And then there was a time I spoke to a qualified chef.
And you told him about boiling your chicken.
Yeah, he was like,
nope.
his name's Andy Imhoff, and he's got a really big show called Pardon My Fork, and he gets like $10,000 an episode, right? And it's like, so Alex, tell me a bit about what you like to cook. And I was like, well, yeah, I used to make what's it called? Smothered chicken with bacon, right? So I got the first of all, I got the recipe wrong. You don't boil the chicken, but I said to him, well, first of all, you boil the chicken, and he went, no. So what else are we going to talk about? He goes, I'm really... And he literally blanked me for about 15 minutes afterwards, and he carried on talking with Tom, and I was kind of like, what? Really? And he goes, I'm sorry, man. As soon as you said boiled chicken, I'm done. And he's just, I can't never... He likes to smoke. He's got his own smokehouse. He likes to smoke his own meat and stuff.
Proper then, yeah.
And then afterwards, Tom waited till the show afterwards to say... No, I know what you mean. Sometimes you have to boil chicken. And I was like, yeah, but it wasn't. I got the episode wrong. He grilled the chicken and then he did it. I do boil chicken to make like a sandwich spread or something. You fork the chicken. You kind of froth it up. Shred it. Yeah, with a fork. And it makes
you should see the movements he's doing.
Hey man, I've got a show called Thor's Kin. I was kind of built on these innuendos. So yeah, professional chef didn't like me boiling my chicken. We've had so many like silly moments on this show, on Thorskin, and it's just been an amazing experience. And we've like, I wanted an episode for us to kind of congratulate each other on kind of what we've been doing, and that's what this episode was designed for. To say thank you to people, to say thank you to the listeners, and promise that we're gonna like next year, just like we've done great this year, we're gonna do even better next year.
Yeah.
And what was just making another point as well. I mean, like, it's a lot about the listeners and obviously thanking us and stuff. Not that I do a lot at the moment, but but also like thank you to you as well, man. I mean, you work bloody hard at this, and you put your heart and soul into it, and you time and effort, and you're rallying around trying to do you're doing all the donkey work, and this wouldn't be where it is now if it wasn't for your work. So like massive kudos to you, man.
Yeah, totally. Because I don't think people realise that it's not just a case of this; it's the hours that you have to do of all the editing.
People on the other side, like that are listening to the audio and stuff. That they always say like, oh yeah, really good episode and stuff. But what they don't see is there's a run up to that. So they don't see the running around, getting the guests and stuff to come on, organising the schedule, fitting that into our own busy lives. And then, then sitting down, planning the show, doing the recording, and then editing the audio afterwards, releasing it, and then doing all the inverted commas like marketing, so sharing it around everywhere and promoting it, and most of that is done by you, and
it is,
and people don't see. We've obviously got more of an insight, me and Julie, because obviously we're in the group chat and we talk to you and stuff, and we understand the frustrations and the pressures and the challenges. But and it's hard. It is really hard, and to fit it all in. When you're a family man, I get it myself. I'm a family man. Julie's busy herself. She's running her own business now. And it's just we've all got pressures and stuff. But you seem to manage to be able to fit it all in. You work bloody hard at it, man. And that's.
I do appreciate it, and
I think as well doing the night work that you do, and then you've obviously get home. You got to try and snap those hours back in.
It's handy. It's kind of handy that
picking
I've got
up Timmy
those few hours when Timmy's in school.
I think for bringing us in as well, man. Because we wouldn't be sat here if it wasn't for you either.
No, but I've worked well with you at the prison. I wanted to give you a distraction with Thorskin and to give you some sort of focus, and it turns out you're actually really good. So it's kind of like natural choice for the biscuit. Me and Julie worked at the prison together as well. We get on really well. So I thought absolutely as well. Someone. That has a different outlook on life to us.
You're going to say it again, aren't you? It's a bit mature.
I didn't say it.
No.
I didn't say it. I didn't say
it. You lost me immature. No.
But in all fairness, I think the top shout out must go to Al's missus, because she puts up with all Al's strops or ever messaged when he's thrown his teddies out the pram. You know, she has to put up with his face being glued into his laptop or onto his tablet and stuff like that, and on doing emails and stuff. She's got Timmy, and like you know, she's running around while he's working on his stuff. You know, and that takes a lot. I mean,
come on, she's married to the Pod King. Come on, come on.
But you know, she does put up with a lot, and I know that you know, obviously, again, we're a bit more sort of privy to maybe a bit more than what other people are.
I think
but
to all of our partners, really. I mean, I know Kaz gets the blunt of it, you know, because it's not the blunt of it. She can see how passionate I am about it. Yeah. I'm not one of these guys that'll throw my laptop across the room or whatever. But I will get upset if like something breaks or if there's a problem. I'm like, oh my God, what am I going to do? Like, you know, because I genuinely want this to work. But yeah, the podcasting, to everybody that podcasts, right? They will have all ignored their wife to some degree, like yourself, you know. Yeah. You know, we're all here, sat around a table now, and my wife's in the other room. You know, blah, blah, blah. You know, it's one of those things where we get a lot of.
My other half doesn't mind because he gets to watch a load of rubbish that I won't watch. Actually, no, I lie. It's watching The World's Strongest Man, I think.
No, Lisa's sort of similar. You know, I work a lot as you know, everyone knows. But you know, and I come home. Sometimes I literally walk in through the door, get changed, wolf something down, so I barely even speak because I'm just literally shoveling food in my face, and then literally turn around out the door again. Yeah. And she never complains. You know, she's always just like, yeah, whatever. You know, and she just gets on with it. Yeah. You know, so yeah, I mean, shout out to all our partners, I guess, you know, across the board. Yeah. But no, Kaz does have to put up with Al's teddy throwing.
But all this hard work is paying off. You know, we've got sponsors for the show now. We've got great events to go to, a great listener base, which we're really proud of. The social media, that's absolutely kicking butt right now. And it's all because of the hard work we're putting in. Yeah. And that's what's the most important thing, is that you get something out of it, because what's the point otherwise?
Yeah.
And I've always said this with whether it's Thorskin or whether it's the Biscuit, that even if we had 16 listeners, we'd still keep doing it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But we don't. We have a lot more than that. So we
do. Boom. You just get the chance to share it with people, even like that aren't even in the town. I mean, that's the main thing, isn't it? 'Cause we've got listeners overseas, and when I was away last weekend at that wedding down in the Cotswolds, and I'd got a mate from Plymouth and a mate from Manchester. Woke up in the morning very hungover. I thought, I'd listen to this podcast, and then I didn't realise that existed. Yeah. So, and it's just about spreading the word, isn't it, to different people.
I remember, you forget as well, you got an international audience. With Thorskin, I introduced the show last week as a French guy. And I was like, oh my God, we've got listeners in France. Probably just lost them all now. But anyway, look, we need to get out of here because we've been going for an hour and 18 minutes.
Ooh.
Yeah, we do.
It's 10:30 as well.
Is it that late, really?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Gosh, half an hour past my bedtime. Because I'm mature. No, that's not true.
Do you know what? Actually, you've got a lot of really great ideas and a lot of energy about you. The really positive energy that I really do appreciate, because there have been times you've seen me. The day I scraped my car, the day you've had to really calm me down, because I've been like, oh my God, I've got an interview in like 10 minutes. I just scraped my car off the wall. Just got this and that. I got this. And she's like, ow. Just shut up, will you? You know,
that's pretty much what I do.
Yeah, but I didn't say it like that.
No, she was very good.
I did. Would you like a coffee?
You did.
Go outside, get some fresh air.
Yeah. But anyway, we've got to get out of here. I want to say thank you as well to our sponsors of the month, which is Fox and Hounds. If you've got a dog that needs walking, a pet that needs sitting with, or a pet that needs taken to the vet, make sure you check out Fox and Hounds. Not Foxes and Hounds, Fox and Hounds. Search on their social media. You'll find links to their emails and things like that.
But share, and subscribe.
Give us some love, baby. Thank you, listeners, for enjoying this year's worth of the Shrewsbury Biscuit. Without your kind support, we wouldn't be anywhere. And we look forward to speaking to you in 2020. We're not doing a show next week. We're having a week off. I think we just have a week off. Yeah. The next show we're going to be releasing is on the 6th of January, and that's when we're going to be speaking to
New
Ben
decade.
Butler. We'll see you next decade.
Yeah.
See you next decade.
Yeah, thank you guys, and peace out. Happy New Year, Merry Christmas, and see you in 2020.
Well, Christmas first, then Happy New Year.
Peace out, guys.
Bye.
Peace out.